Hey guys, today I've come to Shun Wu Gia, which is out of Taipei in Taiwan. It's a restaurant. I guess every foodie has a list of restaurants that if they, a must-see list before they die. This is on my list. It's meant to be like Tetsuya's quality at a fraction of the price. I've read just about every review you can find online, seen all the pictures. I've been dying to come here. My wife surprised me with us coming here on this trip. Let's go check it out. I'm even going to meet the chef today. The grounds of the restaurant are just beautiful. Lily pond, flowers, garden, all the tableware is lovely as well. And that's the chef and owner. I got to have a good long chat with him for about half an hour and recorded it. Basically, he set up this restaurant to be like going to your own home or a friend's home, shoes off, tatami mats, and casual but exquisite food that, it's like going to fine home dining. So this was the first course, and it was a kind of plum jelly. You can see the beautiful Japanese-inspired decoration with quite an alcoholic sauce on it. The jelly was quite thick actually, and the alcohol flavor quite strong. Now this one was homemade tofu with the 4 different sauces on top, and then baked rice and fish roe as well. So you eat the tofu first and then into these little roasted rice, and it was a really nice way to set up the meal. The tofu was really light. Now this is miso soup with scallop, Japanese scallop, huge, fat, succulent, really lightly cooked. You'll notice there was 4 of us, so there's 4 of every dish, and it also had a slice of tomato in there. And that teapot was more miso soup that we could just keep topping up the soup if we needed it. Next one, more beautiful decoration, was a kind of a chirashi sashimi. The sashimi, but not on rice, it was on a bed of this mixed salad, which was just lovely. It came with its own dressing, and this was amazing. He actually fused fish eggs and fish together to make that sashimi. It looked like it was one piece. Then rather than sorbet, they used vinegar to cleanse the palate. So this was a special type of slightly sweet vinegar. Next up is a chicken, which was cooked on noodles. Really, really light. This was thigh meat, and then that was served with tea as well. Next up in these bowls that look like ashtrays, and this such a green soup is made with spinach and other vegetables, and in the middle is a toasted rice cake, which is made with a soup that's made with beef bones. And however you may think that looked, that absolutely blew my mind. I mixed the rice cake all the way through it, and it was just absolutely outstanding. The way that the rice cake offset it, the slight oiliness because it was fried, and the deep rich flavor, absolute, no question, foodgasm. That totally blew my mind, seriously. Next up was that's sweet potato, beans, and then beautiful, beautiful prawns, and then pumpkin and eggplant. Now it was all cooked really well. They look really shiny, but it wasn't that oily. These prawns, I don't know how he grilled them to be so perfectly cooked, not burn on one side and just soft and juicy on the other. Next up was another vinegar, this time a rose vinegar. This one was lighter, but still for my palate it was really biting. Then fried rice, which was fantastic, and that's actually fish roe compressed into a bar. Then this chicken soup, which they serve with chrysanthemum. And, of course, as always, the presentation was just outstanding. I have to say, whilst the flow of the courses, and you can see what's in there, lotus, bamboo, all kinds of nuts, veggies, and heaps of chicken. Whilst the presentation was absolutely outstanding, the flow of dishes was a little bit inconsistent. They came really quickly at the start and then a little bit slower at the end, but the food was still fantastic. Really mild, though, compared to a normal degustation. Then finishing with fruit salad and a custard. So, after all of that, how does Shun Wu Gia actually stack up? It's always tough to meet the expectations of something that you've been dreaming about going to for years. And I have to say, as a simple, down-to-earth, home-style restaurant, it's outstanding. The food and the value is unbelievable. That worked out to about 40 Australian dollars per person, all up, inclusive of everything. And whilst I have to be honest and say it doesn't, really compare to, 3-hat Michelin star restaurants, that kind of thing of an absolute international standard, for for the price, you can't beat it, and the ambience and the kind of real home atmosphere that they create here, and the fact that the chef will come out and greet you, a magic experience. If you get to Taiwan, come down. It's not that far out of Taipei. You know, they've got a lotus pond and this whole beautiful backyard and mountain setting, which is just waiting for you to come and soak it in. So come along, and you can see in the background there, the chef is actually there chatting with my wife and parents-in-law as well. It's a really nice place. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.